So guys, welcome to another video. This one is a review of a new piece of kit that I've bought, and I have treated myself with this, and it is the Kriega Trail 9 Adventure Backpack. And the colour panel, there's a variety of colour panels you can have, from black to like an almost camo look, a couple of fluorescent-y colours, and the one I've chosen, which is Coyote. These bags have a 10-year warranty on them for any faults, and I think the service, from what I have reviewed, is pretty good. It's a 500D Cordura Light Plus material, very strong. It's got this Hyperlon constructed elasticated net for the rear, and this is just to stuff your gloves down or some waterproofs or whatever you want, really. It just adds to what you can carry on a temporary basis while you're traveling. And that has a pull cord which allows you to pull it in tight or to loosen it. The rear has this air mesh back panel. You can see how the bag is shaped beautifully to fit you. There's also a couple of grooves that run down here just to allow for a little bit of airflow. The other good thing, the main feature of this bag, I would say, is the quad lock light harness. And you can see how it's pre-molded to fit exactly your shoulders and your back. It has this quick fastening and quick release buckle, which makes life easier when you're actually on the road and when you need to take it on and off fairly quickly. It's got a nicely formed web handle to manhandle it, and a little hanging hook there. It's also got some reflective detail in the bag, effectively around the logo and the model T9. That's reflective. It's also got a removable waist strap, so you can take this off completely. So the bag has two compartments, and the first one is at the front of the bag, and it is a 5 litre easy access zip, which is YKK, and it is water resistant. You can just maybe see how that works. Nice solid zip, and a nice easy pull ring. So this front compartment is 5 litres, and it's designed to take a hydration bag, various sizes you can put in there. Probably for me, it'd be about 1.5 litres that I'd put in. And you can take the tube out either side, depending whether you want it on your left or your right. That compartment is not waterproof, but it is water resistant. In all the reviews I've looked at, this seems to be pretty watertight. But like other bags that you might use that are not waterproof, all you do is you just put a waterproof dry bag, lightweight dry bag in there with any gear, extra gear that you're going to put in. Moving on to the rear bag. This is a 4 litre dry bag. It's a roll top with a white lining, removable lining, so you can take this lining out to wash or to replace. 4 litres capacity, which actually is quite a lot for a backpack. So they do a lovely 18 litre version of this, but that was just too big for my needs. So, completely waterproof, roll down, with side fastening buckles. And effectively, that's your bag. As you see, it's still got the labels attached, and I'll just very quickly show you through that. It just gives you the details of the bag. I'll put a link in the information section so that you can look at all the technical spec of the product. They do sell their own hydration bladders. I'm just going to use one that I've been using in the bag I've actually got on at the moment. Showing some gloves stuffed in the netting at the back. So, it just has an absolute top quality feel to it, just lovely feel to it. I just want to do this. It's lovely. So that bag has cost me £145. It's got the 10-year warranty on it. I can just feel that quality in the product, and all the reviews I've looked at sing its praises. It may not be big enough for some people. The bigger version would be better as just a one-off carry bag if you're travelling to work, or if you carry a few clothes stopping in accommodation somewhere. But this bag is perfect for what I want. So, why did I spend £145, 2024 prices? Why did I spend £145 for a bag that simply replaces one that cost me about £15 to £18? And I've been wearing this for the last couple of years. I had a similar one before that for 3 or 4 years. So it's done the job perfectly well. No problem at all. Not waterproof. And indeed, actually, on a recent trip, there was a pool of water maybe about an inch deep in the bottom. I'm looking at the longer term travel plans, and those travel plans will involve travelling for a few months. And I decided that I needed something that was similar size. It needed to have capability for a water bladder, because I think that is so important for me and my travelling. I wanted something that was waterproof, certainly more waterproof, but with the 4-litre bag at the rear, the roll top one, completely waterproof. I also really put some thought into whether I should just go for a harness that had a front pouch for documentation, important things that I wanted with me at all times. Because when travelling, you're going to walk away from the bike, you're going to leave the bike. What I carry is a horseshoe-shaped bag with tent and all the camping gear, clothes. Well, let's be honest, if somebody nicks that, so be it. I'll just go buy some new gear. It's not a problem. Well, it would be a problem, but we could cope with it. Lose documentation, lose valuable items, camera gear, small camera gear, expensive stuff. That would hurt. So with the Kriega, you can get trail pockets, which sit roughly in this position on the harness, well secured to the harness. And I'll come to them in a moment, but the whole idea of having the pouches on the front with the backpack on the back is that these pouches can hold some very valuable documents, and your phone, any spare keys, anything of that type. And indeed, the whole bag then becomes an EDC carry. And you may ask, what is an EDC carry? Well, I would imagine it's an American term, EDC carry. And I've come across it recently with starting to buy knives. And I've suddenly got a new addiction, knives. And so I've watched a lot of videos, and not only America, but the UK, but a lot of the American side. It's called EDC, and it's everyday carry. Like the old bug out bags that a lot of our American friends have. The idea is this Kriega backpack and trail pockets would become an everyday carry. And it means that if you have to bug out sometime, or if you have to abandon your bike for whatever reason, be it accident or something going down somewhere in the world that you're traveling in, you've got every bit of valuable item to continue traveling, even if it's without your bike. And the final thing would be comfort. So it's okay traveling for a week here and there, a few days in Scotland, couple of weeks across on the continent, but to go travel for 2-3 months, maybe longer, then ultimately that's got to be comfortable. The backpack has got to be comfortable, day in, day out. And I believe that the Kriega will fit the bill for that. So this is the Kriega trail pockets. Actually, gives you a better impression here, where you can see it fitted to the harness. So they're identical on either side, and they are a litre each, so 1 litre capacity each. They fit a variety of Kriega bags, as long as it's got the Quadlock light harness. It's 1000D Cordura, 420D nylon, very strong. Not waterproof, but again, you can just put little waterproof pouches in. However, this is very good material, very strong material, and would take quite a lot of rain to get into these bags. So it would sit somewhere about there. Again, you'll see this better when I attach everything. But these, it has 2 pockets, basically. You see the 2 zips? The 2 zips, 2 pockets. The front pocket is just it's got a bit of a lining inside, and it's just a basic space. My iPhone 12 fits in there with ease, so the iPhone goes in there. It would take a bigger iPhone than that, but that sits nicely in there with room if you wanted to put other things, soft things in there too. So that phone would fit in there nicely, or anything you wanted really. Nicely thought out this. You can see where the zip comes up at the top. You really pull it up and push it up so that the actual top of the zip opening is behind this piece of material. So the rear compartment has an elasticated pocket and an elasticated keyring holder. So there's a pictorial view there of how these pockets actually fit the Kriega bag. They also have a reflective logo on one of the pockets. Just having a look at the rear, you can see that they've got these clips which attach directly to the harness. Again, a 10-year guarantee on these. So you get the quick lock on these trail pockets as well as on the bag. And it just clicks straight into there, like that. And that gives you real strength in everything being kept tight to your body. The proof will be in the using, of course, but I've looked at a lot of reviews and these come out very highly praised, especially by true off-road riders and trail riders. Why spend £49 to attach 2 litres of capacity? Well, it takes the overall capacity to 11 litres. The bag that I'm wearing now that I use all the time is 6 litres. And that has worked well for me, particularly using a bladder and just to put bits and pieces in that I want access to relatively quickly. Up to now, I've not carried documentation in the bag. It's not waterproof, and also it's not handy if you need to get your passport, driving license, documentation, money. It's not handy to get to. I'd have to take the thing off. So by having these trail pockets, it gives me that ability to be more flexible with how I carry valuable items. And it just simply means that all my items of any value that I need, if I had to walk away from the bike, or if I was involved in an accident and the bike was no longer with me, if the bike was stolen, with the backpack and the pockets, I could just walk off, survive, go catch a plane, a train, hire an automobile, planes, trains and automobiles, and survive. So the whole package, especially when I determine what goes into these pockets, definitely becomes an EDC. And all you EDC fans out there, you'll love this when I've got everything sorted. For those that don't like the thought of EDC, it's just simply a bag that'll carry everything of value. I'm going to do another video once I get the bag set up. I'm not setting it up right now. I've got some other things I need to do now. But thanks for watching, and look out for the next video because it will show various things like setting up the harness. It'll show fixing these to the harness, and ultimately it'll show me actually using the bag and thoughts, personal thoughts after I've used it. But for now, once again, thumbs up if you don't mind, really helps. And if you don't subscribe, subscribing helps people like me to make videos. We don't make much money out of this. Might make a little, but not a lot. It costs me more to do this than I ever make money on. And I don't take sponsors. I want to keep it in a more friendly, matey, amateurish type of environment, rather than full professional sponsorship, etc., etc. But to do that, it really helps if you thumb up and you subscribe. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.